everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 7.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the play clock's running down. Rivers eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Phillip Rivers taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr now on first down. Finding time. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. On 4th down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. Returnable here from the 38. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. He's got a man wide open. It's Herman Moore. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Rivers now on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. On the sneak, Rivers. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Rivers, and he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're...
Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU, was just scratching the surface.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Strahan. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
David Emerson able to bring him down. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. The Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run the option left. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And we had only seen 6 of those in Super Bowl history, fumble returns for a touchdown. Now we've seen 7.
And how about this? Back-to-back Super Bowls.
That's right.
In the last one, we had Denver. Von Miller with the strip sack. Malik Jackson falling on it for the touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A first down throw here for Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get 28 yards on that one. And that leads to a Chicago first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Rivers got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st and 10, Rivers over the middle here to Brown. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. These short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run the option left. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First and goal, defense with their backs against the wall. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
Delay of game, offense.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Roberts on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. And they're going to speed things up here. He'll look to throw, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. He's back to throw. Brought in by Walford, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Clive Walford, 43 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So they went to the big boy in a big spot late. He provided, and now they're in the driver's seat.
And Brandon, size does matter in this game. All right, you can go to the slot guys, you can do all of that, but rarely have we ever seen a tight end described as diminutive, right? We just don't get that. Big target, big catch radius, that gives you comfort zone as a guy throwing the football.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Rivers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Back to throw, Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
One final try now for Carr. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Matt.
They'll run the option left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Play clock winding down. They'll run the option left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go!
They'll run the option left. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run the option left. On 3rd down, here's Hill. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back now in Atlanta. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. They'll run the option left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run the option left. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now he'll tuck it and run. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Time running out here on the play clock. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ricky Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to take the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the...
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Blues going up against the Packers. So the time has come.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Play clock winding down. On 1st and 10, Rivers being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. On the sneak, Rivers. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brandon, to me, that was a surprising call to begin with. 3rd and 2 quarterback sneak. No gain almost seems fitting.
Yeah, 2 yards. That's too much to sneak there, right?
I think so. I think you got to hand it off to someone and try and get some blockers in front.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And, oh, no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be a Chicago first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Over the middle here to Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. Now Williams. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw in that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only did they score with little time left for them to retaliate, they chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical, and now barring something crazy on the kickoff, they've got this one. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that,
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the...
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. From the gun, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. The play clock's running down. Rivers going to throw right side here, complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. They give them 15 more, and it's another 1st down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. He's back to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Shockey, a 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
The offense just scored and took the lead with 2 minutes to go in the game. Now it's up to the defense to make it stand up.
Rivers is going to throw for it. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and
now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
A couple extra defensive backs are in there. Big play, 3rd and goal. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw, Rivers. Going to throw right side here, complete. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a Chicago first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Play clock winding down. 2nd down, Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. In the red zone this time. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically, you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case, to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. Here comes the defense heading back out here on the road. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger completes it to Hayward Bay. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run the option left. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2 minutes remain in what's been a riveting Super Bowl 51. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they give this time to the tailback. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. That would give to the big fullback use check. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
He gets it to Brown, complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. So now one of the biggest. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One last shot now for Rivers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. From the gun, Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll be a Chicago first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speed.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cordero Patterson from 17 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now
been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. A second down throw for Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll throw again. Rivers. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. They come out here in the eye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And now out come the Steelers. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 7. Spinning past him. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Herman Moore, 84 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Michael Strahan In there to sack him for a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Roethlisberger surveying the field. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Steeler legend, Mel Blount, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Herman Moore, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later? In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he locates Wheaton, complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now Roethlisberger to throw, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And it's fielded at the 34.
Oh,
he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the...
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and goal. Defense digging. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, nice move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they got 29 yards there. And that leads to a Chicago first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. it's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but, hey, they earned it. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One last shot now for Gabbard. He's got time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And the play clock's running down. Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain. 2 minutes remain in what's been a riveting Super Bowl 51. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jeremy Shockey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Rivers is going to throw for it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And we get a glance at this defense again. And everything's going to rest on this drive. Can they keep them out of field goal range? Because a field goal would win it.
So now you're in that position of you can't just back off and give them easy throws. At the same time, you don't want to press them so hard they go over the top and beat you deep. So you're playing a tight defense with an idea that you have the lead. Whatever you do, don't let them in the field goal range and give that up.
Maybe tight but not too tight, right?
Exactly. I mean,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Finding time. The open man is Smith. And a big 32-yard play on third. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On first down, this is Forsett. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again they run. Again it's Forsett. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
wow, wow.
If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the 4th.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? Is strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now it's Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
All right, here we go.
One last shot now for Rivers. Flushed out right. Now a desperation. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Herman Moore finding the end zone on the game's final play. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people at an overtime playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only one period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. This is the first Super Bowl ever to go to overtime. Can you believe you and I are on hand for this?
This is so cool to be here for the first time in this situation. Can you imagine the nerves that jump back up? Because ordinarily we worry about nerves at the start of a game, then they settle in. But in overtime, it's all on the line. And remember, if you get the ball first, a touchdown ends it. Can they march it downfield and get it done?
Are you nervous? I'm nervous.
I'm beyond nervous.
First OT toss coming for Joe Flacco. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Third down, Flacco needs it under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here's Sam Cook now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Taking it about the 36. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing, Rivers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL...
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll go on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been hit.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will be their 3rd and final in this overtime session. And as they talk it over, we take a break. We'll be right back. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is into the end zone. It's a touchdown. And in perhaps the greatest Super Bowl ever, they have won the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Blues going up against the Seahawks. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a... Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be a Chicago first down. A first down throw here for Rivers. This will be caught at the 2. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Rivers going to try and sneak it. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. Rivers is going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing.
And got his man complete. That one goes for 38 yards. And that leads to a Chicago first down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be a Chicago first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the red zone now, Rivers. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Play clock winding down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jeremy Shockey, an 11-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the defense heading back out here on the road. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive. They run again with Michael. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
On the carry, Michael. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Here's John Ryan now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Rivers. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Rivers. Over the middle here to Brown. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2 minutes remain in what's been a riveting Super Bowl 51. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal. Still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. 6 plays got them down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
They'll look to throw. Try to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope to... No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Out of the gun, Newton. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Third and long. It's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now inside of 2 minutes, they have only one timeout left and a field goal here. And this thing's over.
Or even a...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So this is now the 4th time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. Well, going into the final play of this game.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the play clock's running down. Rivers to throw it. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd down, 15 yards still needed. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Rivers, he's got his man on the crossing route. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Rivers. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at.
C.J. Anderson, 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 76 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. To throw is Rivers. Going to throw right side here. Complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Rivers on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that leads to a Chicago first down. Time running out here on the play clock. Rivers. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Throwing Rivers. That is caught. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. On the sneak, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And the lead is down to 2. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the defense heading back out here on the road. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And that will be incomplete as well.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Brown. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on the ground they go with a running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself,
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Roethlisberger keeps it, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're turned away on 4th and goal, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. So the Broncos coming out now. 2-point game, they have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
and they better.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is now the 4th time in the last 6 Super Bowls that we've had a safety. Obviously, that's strange when you figure during the regular season, on average, you'll see a safety about once every 14 games. So an oddity here, to say the least. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. They're trying, Charles, just to simply preserve this tie at this point. I mean, well, they'd take a turnover, pick 6, but they're trying to hold on to that tie.
No doubt about it, and they have to stay on alert here in case they try and run something big. Some teams are really gamblers. They want to get after it a little bit, make sure that doesn't happen. And also, if you're the offensive team, you might think to yourself, let's just get to overtime. Yeah. Take a knee and let's get out of here.
Well, they have a decision. They could play it conservative or maybe a little more liberal. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Jeremy Shockey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Rivers now going down the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Rivers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. So they do get it across for the game-winning touchdown, barring, of course, something crazy happening on the kickoff.
So if we take the crazy out of it, that's the way you close the game out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. One last throw here for Simeon. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the I. Now a carry for Allen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A first down throw here for Rivers. Complete over the middle to Hardy. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down Atlanta. And really just a heck of a catch. That's a really good receiver making a nice play.
And against a really good defensive back. Right there together, and over the top, the receiver wins the battle.
They'll run with Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Allen, 26 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The lone second remains now in this third quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Rivers now on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Play clock winding down. Throwing Rivers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Rivers now from the 50. This will be caught by Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. To throw, Rivers. And yes, he found Toilolo. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the red zone now, Rivers. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So out come the Falcons now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if this pops up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the...
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Chicago first down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. Give him 18 on that one. And that leads to a Chicago first down. The play clock's running down. The first down throw here for Rivers. To the right side, and he's got more complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Red zone opportunity. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And right side, caught, Hogan. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Time running out here on the play clock. To the air again here, Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to take the lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. He's giving him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Gronkowski, slot left. Third and long, it's Wilson. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Fielded at the 43. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Rivers on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, is intended target. And now it's second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Play clock winding down. Rivers now. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the defense heading back out here on the road. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. And defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. So 2nd and 10 here.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Wilson. Surveying the field. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, has got...
Now the ball comes loose on the slant. He gets it to Gronkowski. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rivers here to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Rivers now to throw on first down. And right side caught Hogan. And an athletic hurdle, but taken down pretty quickly after that. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. To the air again here, Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 2 yards to go here on third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen.